Hey guys, Tyson and Brady with Golf Ascending. We have a sweet club review for you today, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell for all of our future golf content.
So today we're going to do a review on the Titleist U510 Utility Iron. It is a high launching, forgiving club that plays similar to a hybrid. So the U510 is larger and more forgiving blade than the U500, which is also in the same family. So the U500 is a little smaller or thinner and not as forgiving as this one, the U510. And it does have high launch from low CG high density tungsten weighting within the club. And the available loft options are, it is in right-handed and left-handed, and there's a 1 iron, a 2 iron, a 3 iron, and a 4 iron, and the degrees are 16, 18, 20, and 22 degrees.
Hey guys, out on the course at Thanksgiving Point in Lehi, Utah, I've got with me the Titleist U510 1 iron. Kind of a cool club. It resembles a hybrid a little bit. It's got a hybrid shaft, a little long, a little bit of a thick sole, but 16 degrees. Let's see if I can hit a safe one into the fairway. Yeah. Slicey, man. So I actually had the opportunity to have this club in my hands. Got to play with it on the course, got to swing it a lot at the range. And I've got some thoughts about this club. I think it is a good substitute for a hybrid or a fairway wood. If you are not, liking those types of clubs, this is something that you may want to try. If you strike the irons really well, you put it down on, at address. It's actually pretty thick, so it looks pretty friendly. Not quite as thick as a hybrid, but it still kind of has that iron look, which is nice. And it actually does it launches pretty high for, and I actually tried the 1 iron.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the reasons why we decided to try this was, a 1 iron. When do you ever see a 1 iron? And that 16 degrees, for most people is scary. And when I put this up on the tee, I actually was able to get this pretty high. If I didn't tell Brady the club that I was swinging, he might not even be able to tell that it was a 1 iron.
Yeah.
So it got up there pretty good off the tee.
Not as intimidating, like you said, but also his first few hits, I was like, holy crap, they were beautiful. Great flight path and height, like you said, off the tee. It performed pretty well for him.
Yeah, and at the course that me and Brady play it specifically, there's a lot of wind there, and so the kind of ball flight that this had was actually pretty penetrating. Even though it was getting a little bit higher, it cut right through the wind.
Yep.
I did actually like hitting this off the ground. Like I was saying before, it is similar to like that hybrid. If you can kind of hit a hybrid off the ground, you can hit this thing. It wasn't too difficult. But yeah, overall, a pretty decent club. In the end, I kind of reverted back to an iron. So if you guys have seen our Titleist TMB review, you know that I have put a 2 iron in the bag. And so this iron is actually kind of similar to that with the tungsten and the high launching, but I actually liked the more blade type of a look at address. I didn't like the chunky as much on this one. And so I actually reverted back to that, but there is an option if you do want to go into this family. They have that U500 in that 2 iron range, actually.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, pretty good club. The other impression that I had on this, so the shaft, it actually was a hybrid shaft. If you look at, it was in a tensei shaft. It was a hybrid shaft, so it was long. So it was longer than the traditional iron as well. And that's something that didn't really necessarily feel super comfortable with me as well. And that's kind of why I reverted back. But this is kind of what helps you launch it, get it out there, kind of punch it out into that fairway.
For sure. I also had a chance to test out the 2 utility iron. Just tried it out at a local golf store, Golf Galaxy, and I honestly didn't have the best experience with it, but I didn't hit it off the tee, and it was a stiff shaft, which I do not use, so I had a hard time controlling the accuracy with the club, but I also didn't get a chance to hit it off the tee, which I would have loved to try. But it did, like Tyson said, it is thicker, bigger head. It is similar kind of to a hybrid. It didn't feel quite like a hybrid, but it definitely didn't feel like a normal iron. It felt pretty hollow, especially when I hit it. But a fun club to hit, I would say.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're the kind of person that wants to, they don't necessarily want to play that hybrid. They want more of an iron look, but you're not getting, the distance of the forgiveness that you are in a low iron, like a traditional 2 iron. This might be something to, maybe try out, go consider, go take a couple swings and see if you like it. I think it's a great option in that middle ground. There's a lot of different likes that people have in golf. Some people don't like hitting certain clubs, and so I love that Titleist is putting this club and filling another gap. So we've got, now we've got fairway woods, hybrids, and then we've got utility irons, and then even further up we've got this U510, which is a thicker sole. So it's really cool. So yeah, this is our review on the Titleist U510. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe and click that notification bell for future content.